Stop taking loans. Stop taking loans. Loans are not for poor people. If you're not rich, don't take a loan unless your life is on the line. If it's not a life and death scenario, don't take a loan. Loans are not for poor people. A Nigerian social media activist exposed that a Nigerian actress went to fight somebody that loaned her a car. So she bought a car of 86 million naira, somewhere around 50 to $70,000. And then last year, she couldn't pay up. She paid up until it remains like $1,500. So the car needed servicing. So she went to take the car back to the person that loaned her the money, the car, and then the car dealer returned the car, asking her to pay up the remaining $1,500. She started fighting the man. She was punching and hitting the man. Went into the office of the man, started destroying things. And this is an actress. Loans will embarrass you. Stop taking loans. It's poverty mentality from the background where you are from that is making you to go get a loan. Loans are for rich people. They take loans with their company name, not their personal name. Stop taking loans. If you can't afford something, have the patience. The patience to wait till you can afford it, or at least buy the one you can afford. Stop taking loans. That concept of you want to get something, then you pay small, that is poverty. You are mortgaging your future. Imagine living free without owing anybody. That's the biggest wealth you can have in this life. That you wake up in the morning and you open your window with your coffee and shout, good morning, my neighbors. I'm not owing anybody. The best in the world. Don't owe anybody anything. Stop taking loans. If I go deeper into loans, you will be marveled. Do you know how some countries behave? The central bank of the country, the Apex Bank, will print money and distribute to banks. And the banks will loan out this money to unsuspecting citizens. Now, when the citizens borrow enough money, the government will cause inflation. Inflation will eat up the money. That is, things will become more costly. So the people that borrow the money will not be able to do enough business to pay back the loan. And remember, when you're collecting loan, you're collecting it with a collateral. Maybe your house, your land, or something. Now they will come and take it. Do you know how many people that have died because they couldn't pay back their loan? Because at that time, your blood pressure will be clocking 1,500 over 2 million. People have died, heart stroke, because bank is coming to collect their property and they don't have any solution to that. Why? Because they borrowed the money and something happened to the business. Or sometimes nothing happens to the business, the economy just gets worse. Every year the economy is getting worse. So whatever agreement you agreed before collecting the loan, the inflation, you have to factor in inflation, which most people don't factor in. And inflation is actually unpredictable. Any percentage they give you about inflation is just a rough estimate. You never know how inflation is going to affect that particular business. Loans are for rich people, especially people who can see into government policies. It's not for poor people. Not to talk of going to take a loan for a car. Who takes a loan for a car? What an idiot. Many people abroad do this. If you're abroad and you're listening and you're taking a loan for it, you're an idiot. They call it financing. Finance bukwa. Don't you have common sense? That if you get this car and you are paying small, you have mortgaged the rest of your future. That means the money you are going to work for in the next 2 to 5 years is going to this guy that has the car. You can't relax. You can't think of a business. You can't even quit your job. Because you'll be thinking, if I quit my job now, what of the house I'm paying for? What of the car I'm paying for? You are stuck in that job. Don't take loans. No matter what fancy name they come with it, don't take it. Live at your level. Is it hard? Is that not how your parents lived? If your father was this financially stupid, would he have been able to raise you? Is it too hard to live at your level? The actress had a money of 30 million naira. Why not buy a 30 million naira car? What's wrong with a 30 million naira car? A 30 million naira car is just as good as an 86 million naira car. Actually, people on the street don't give a damn about how much you spent on your car. I'm telling you. There are two kinds of cars. Normal cars and exotic cars. If your car is exotic, nobody gives a damn. Even if you like, spend 200 million on the car. People will still respect you just as much as they respected the guy of 30, 40 million. Okay, what happened to waiting a little more? Must you drive an 86 million naira car on loan? Must you? What happened to waiting a little more? If you are sure that you're going to make money within the year, why not save your money and wait? She's an actress, she can handle it, right? Financially. But it took her a year and more to be able to pay back 99% of the money. As you can see, if she had that 2 million freely, she would have paid it. She's in a financial situation where she doesn't have that 2 million naira remaining. People are saying she paid 84 million. But 2 million naira is a lot of money. You don't even know whether 2 million is the profit on the car. The guy that sold the car, you don't even know whether 2 million is his profit. And you know inflation is eating up people's money. So the earlier he collects his 2 million, the better for him. 2 million naira today is not going to be the same thing with 2 million naira at the end of the year because of inflation. It will be worth less. So if you're listening to me now and you're planning on taking a loan and your life is not dependent on it, you're an idiot. Stop taking a loan. Stop taking loans. How would they explain it to you again that you should not go and apply for a loan? If you can't do business at a certain rate, calm down and do it at your own rate. There's nothing wrong with doing business at your own level, with your own peace of mind. Instead of taking loan, why not get investors to invest in your business? Is it hard? Instead of going to borrow, take that loan. Go and look for people that have money already sitting somewhere and they don't know what to do with it. Let them invest in your business and take a share. I even have an entire course on how to do that. They are called VCs. Let them invest in your business. There are many rich men that have millions living. They don't know. Go and talk. If you talk to enough of them, you will find one or two that will be willing to commit money into your business and own part of it. It's greediness that is making you not to want to give out part of your business. When your business succeeds, do you know you can cash out of the business and let them run the business? You go and establish one because now you have money, right? Now establish one without needing a loan. You don't need a loan. Most of the things people take loans for, they don't actually need it. How can you have a land and you're going to collect loan from bank? Why not sell the land, use the money and do the actual business? If the business fails, at least you go and rest. Before most institutions will give you a loan, you must prove to them that you don't need that loan. They will give you form. You will fill form. Then you prove that you have something worth more than that loan before they can give you a loan. What an idiot. If you have something worth more than the loan, why not sell that thing? If you can't sell the full plot of land, sell half. Use the money and risk the business. You get what I'm saying? If you can't sell the full house, put a fence in between, in the middle of the compound, all the way to the back. Put a fence. Now you have one half of the house building. Sell that half. How can somebody be telling you to prove that you don't need a loan after you spend time, prove everything, provide all the evidence that you don't need a loan, then they will not give you the loan? When you know you don't control the economy, you don't know how the economy is going to perform. You might be such a good businessman, but you don't know how the economy will perform. I'm not saying that some people don't succeed after taking loans. Some people succeed. But think about it. It's your poverty mentality from poor background that is pushing you to get into that. Once you get into that financial debt, that loan will embarrass you. When they come to collect their money, embarrassment. Many people have had heart attacks, stroke, from just thinking about loans. When the banks are coming to collect their loans. Don't take loan unless your life is on the line. I know that even if anything happens, it couldn't be worse than the situation you were in. It's not just about taking loans. Don't loan people money. Don't loan money to friends. If any friend is coming to borrow money from you, give them money you can afford to leave them until. Some of my friends that borrow money from me, when they come to tell me, oh, I've not had the money, I say, don't worry, just take your time. Because the money I gave you, I know I don't need it. It's within the budget that I don't need. If I'm borrowing anybody money, no matter how much you're asking for, even if you ask for 1 trillion and 1,000 naira is the money I can afford to live with you, I'll give you that 1,000. Whenever you pay back, even if it's in 10 years, I will never worry you. So don't give people money you can't afford to forgo. It damages friendship. It destroys friendships.